going on, you guys? Jeremy Belliazere here, aka Belliazere Fitness, and today we're going to talk about potassium, a very important electrolyte that most people are deficient in, which is the cause for many ailments that you may experience throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the year. So, kicking things off, we're going to talk about how much potassium do you need a day? Well, the average is 4,700 milligrams per day. Now, that's going to equate to about 7 to 10 cups of greens per day. So let's say that's spinach, let's say it's salad, whatever it is that you may prefer. You need 7 to 10 cups, and you don't have to mash down these cups or anything like that. We're saying like just throw in some leaves, and you want about 7 to 10 cups. That'll get you the standard 47 milligrams per day. Now, if you're somebody that's active, you might want your number to be anywhere from 5,000 to 6,000 per day, but we can discuss that at another time. Benefits of potassium. It's going to aid in your blood sugar levels. It's going to aid in your insulin levels. Fun fact, if you're potassium deficient, that means you will crave sugar. If you have those cravings for sugars and you don't know where they come from, or you're just thinking it's because you love sugar, it's not. It's because your body is deficient in potassium. Um, it balances out your sodium, which is another electrolyte that we'll discuss in a few. It reduces your blood pressure, obviously, dealing back with that sodium. Protects against strokes, osteoporosis, and kidney stones. So, all of these benefits from one very important mineral that most people don't consume. You might take in a banana, you might even supplement potassium. Um, However, any supplement that you have, like a potassium pill, the most it's ever going to have is 500 milligrams. 500 doesn't even get you a fraction, really. 500 milligrams is nothing. You need basically an entire bottle of potassium pills. Like if you get the little, if you go to the store and you get like Spring Valley, just potassium pills, 500 milligrams. So you're only gonna have what, 50 capsules in there. That's not gonna last you very long if you need 4,700 per day. You get what I'm saying? So, and that's a horrible way to get in your potassium. By the way, you definitely want to eat your potassium. You don't want to supplement it if you don't have to. So, going over here to the electrolytes real quick, we're just going to go over this. The electrolytes, as we know, are sodium, potassium, calcium, very important, bicarbonate, magnesium, very important, chloride, and phosphate. Now, I left red marks on potassium and magnesium. Why? Because most people are deficient in potassium as well as magnesium. The number one deficiency amongst most people is vitamin D. But this is a strong second, and this is most likely a strong third. It's going to be your potassium. Now, what are some other symptoms that you may notice if you're deficient in potassium? Well, a lot of you may experience fatigue. Fatigue is a sign that you are deficient in calcium. So let's say you go up a flight of stairs and you get to huffing and puffing. That fatigue is a lack of potassium. That's a trait. That's a sign. That's a signal. Also, potassium is really good for. Let's say you're someone with rheumatoid arthritis, right? Because potassium works very closely, very directly with your cells in your body, the cells that help you contract muscle and relax the muscle. Your heart is working out 24/7 every single day. Okay, it is the most it has the most endurance out of everything in your body, really. Why? Because it can't stop ever, obviously. So all day, every day, your heart is doing this. It's contracting, releasing. That's flushing blood and all that to your muscles, to your cells, and all of that. So, a deficiency in potassium, it's no wonder if this helps contract and release the muscle. And if your heart is a muscle that's always contracting and releasing, there's no wonder that a deficiency in this would obviously throw in heart attack, strokes, kidney stones because your kidneys aren't working properly, osteoporosis. Most minerals are gonna, aid in this. Of course, especially calcium being a main one or a main component for your bone health when it comes to osteoporosis. So, your fatigue levels, your craving of sugar, your balancing sodium. The problem is most people consume more sodium than they do potassium. When in actuality, your potassium is supposed to be 4 times higher than the sodium that you take in. So, if you're not getting into potassium, how many of you do this? How many of you are retaining water? Okay, you're walking around, you're feeling bloated, you don't know why you're bloated. You think you're eating right. You say, oh, I ate good, I didn't eat anything bad, but for whatever reason I'm bloated today and I don't know why. Most likely because you're deficient in potassium, therefore you're retaining water. This has a lot of benefits. That's why your body requires so much. Typically, if your body requires this much of something per day, it's a very, very, very clear sign that that is something you desperately need. And if you're not getting it, your body's going to react in a multitude of ways, okay? So I'm going to show you guys, because I understand that this is a big number and you're like, well, Jeremy, how am I going to get that much in? I can't eat that much salad. I can't eat that many greens or anything like that. I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to start aiding in this process to help you get more volume in a quick and easy way, a way that won't take you forever in a day. And it's relatively cheap. So stay tuned.